Welcome back to Sikkim 365 Radio. This is Paul Catalina's Top 5 at 5:55, presented by Champion Salon and Barber. To book your appointment, go to championsalonandbarber.com.
Top 5 under the radar potential Super Bowl difference makers. It's a long title, I'm sorry. But, you know, everybody's going to talk about Joe Burrow and Matt Stafford and OBJ and Cooper Kupp and
Jamar Chase.
They're going to talk about those people. But here are some people I thought players that could be, and some have been talked about, but maybe not as much. Number 5, Bengals kicker Evan McPherson. He's been so good all year long, a rookie kicker. And based on the way that all these games have gone, it's going to come down to one of these kickers, and Evan McPherson's been the one who's been absolutely money all year long.
What was he a draft pick?
Money Mac.
Yeah.
That's why his nickname's
He's a fifth-round draft pick.
When they drafted him, I guess, whenever, was it last year, the year before that, there were a lot of fired-up tweets about, why the hell did we draft the kicker? That's why.
You're in the Super Bowl because of him.
Yeah, I mean, nobody likes to watch the draft and see, like, you know, kickers getting selected. It's like your recruiting class. Like, you're like, oh, this is the year we have to take a kicker and bring our average down. You know what I mean? But then you need him, and you need him in a major way. And, yeah, they would not be in the Super Bowl without Evan McPherson. He's been a great story. He seems to be really beloved by his teammates as well. And, yeah, that turned out to be, you know, a joke at the time. Like, oh, a kick, you know, whatever. But, by the way, it could, you know, complain about drafting a kicker. The Panthers, like, just cannot. Like, there's just nothing they can do right? I mean, the fans are just done entirely, it seems like, at this point. And so today they signed a long snapper or something, and they had drafted a long snapper. Like, it was this whole scenario of running a long snapper, and I was just like, this is, like, as low as you can go. When you're arguing about long snapper signings and, like, if they drafted wrong, like, that's about as good, but about as bad as it can get. But, yeah, I mean, he's been tremendous. Special teams don't get a lot of attention, but he deserves it.
Yeah. Number 4, Leonard Floyd, the third best pass rusher of the Rams trio of Aaron Donald, Von Miller. Leonard Floyd, another one of their additions. He also falls, like, of the big-time Rams additions, because he's a free agent. He's a guy they brought in. He was with Chicago originally. He's someone who flies completely under the radar when it comes to, you know, noticing his contributions, but he is as dangerous, nearly as dangerous as the rest of the guys.
We were in Chicago, correct, when the Bears drafted him?
Yeah.
We were in Chicago for the NFL draft, and they loved that. I did. I thought, yeah, he's a tall, rangy player.
Yeah, really good player, but like you said, he gets overshadowed a lot by the other stars, like literally superstars on his side of the football. But no, yeah, Leonard Floyd's a great player. Chicago's loss was definitely LA's gain, and I'm sure he's you know, there's so many stories that just on the Rams alone, and then the Bengals, like, obviously their history, like, none of their guys basically have been experiencing success as pros, but for the Rams, you know, a bunch of stars who maybe experienced success, but now are having the most success they've ever had in some cases, and then a lot of other guys are just, you know, playing somewhere else, did okay, were pretty good, and now they're having the time of their lives. Matthew Stafford's the one that probably get mentioned most, but Leonard Floyd, another one of those guys.
Yeah, number 3, Rams tight end Tyler Higbee. There's going to be a lot of focus on Cooper Kupp. There's going to be a lot of focus on Odell Beckham Jr. and Tyler Higbee, and then person here would be Van Jefferson, the third wide receiver. Could see, especially when it comes into the, you know, getting first downs and big plays, you could see a lot of Tyler Higbee. If whatever they're doing on Kupp and Beckham is working.
Yeah, but they've been wanting to stop them all year long. Yeah.
But I would say
he's a good.
But look, you've got the reason I say that is you have 2 weeks to plan for this game. A game plan and work on things. So sometimes guys you expect to be huge in the game because you have 2 weeks, they're out of the game because they worked on it. But because you worked on them so much, somebody else is open, and that, to me, Tyler Higbee.
Yeah, I think they're going to probably hit him often in this game, and yeah, he's a really good player. I mean, they got so many weapons, but anytime you got a team with a great tight end, that's always, like, in the NFL especially, it's always like a thing that can kind of take you over the top. And so, yeah, I mean, he's a solid player, and you know, nobody had David Tyree being a Super Bowl hero or countless others over the years, but he's definitely a guy that probably not enough, you know, are talking about or expecting to do big things, but very well could in this game coming up.
Yeah. Number 2, Cam Akers.
Hell of a story, man.
Yeah. I mean, he had those fumbles in the Bucs game, which were not good, but to come back from Achilles from July to now, he fell inexplicably and I couldn't
That
say
word too.
Yeah, that word into the second round, and it's probably because he's a running back, but he was the best running back in the country the year he came out, based on the one stat of he had the most yards after getting hit in the backfield over anybody in the country, and it was like 506, and the next guy had 90. That's how good he was behind a really bad offensive line. He is going to be a really, really good player in the league. He's shown out already late in this year, and I think he could be a big factor in this game, especially if the Bengals might get after the passing game a little bit, because that's what they're going to focus on the most.
Yeah, he's going to have a big game. They're not just going to throw it around all day long. I mean, I'm sure they'll try to. But, yeah, Cam Akers, really good player, and I'm surprised, though, with his ties that you did not put him at number one. Actually, kind of shocked.
No, number one, especially given his ties. T. Higgins, Clemson. Yeah. Anyway, but T. Higgins, Jamar Chase has completely overshadowed him, but they have a really good 1-2 punch here just to make a comparison. I know that's not, fair, but in a Jerry Rice, John Taylor kind of thing going on here, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, where you can just throw the ball at anybody and you'll be fine.
Yeah. No, he's tall, and it seems like he could be frail, but he made some gutty
he's
catches.
wiry.
Yeah.
Don't say he's wiry.
That's a good. That's a really good word for him.
Yeah, I really like T. Higgins. I think that when you have, especially because there's that's going to be one of those things. What if the Rams are like, look, we're going to put Jalen Ramsey on Jamar Chase, and that's going to be shut down? Well, what do you do with T. Higgins? How do you stop him? That's going to be a big one, and it's also probably going to help if C.J. Uzomah can play at all for the Bengals. Their tight end.
Last time I saw was pretty good news for him, right?
So but T. Higgins, I think, could be a big factor in the game.
All right, good stuff, Paul. Thank you very much. A quick note: we had John Machota talking